How you doing, Capcom Unity? My favorite arcade moment is kind of unique in the fact that it didn't happen 10 to 15 years ago. I would like to say that it actually happened about a year and a half ago. I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in my university's arcade. This was the worst arcade cabinet you could ever hope to play on. I mean, the display was dim, the buttons were like so far apart, half of the inputs on the joystick didn't work, and one of the coin slots on the arcade cabinet didn't work either. Um, and so I'm playing just by myself because I don't know anybody else who plays these games. And all of a sudden, somebody comes up and they're like, "Hey, who has next?" And I look around, and you know, nobody was in the arcade other than myself. So I'm like, nobody. And so he pops in a quarter. Here comes a new challenger, and he plays right there with me. We play a couple games, and he's like, "You are really bad at this game," and it's nothing new to me. Me being bad at Marvel vs. Capcom 2, uh, and it's honesty that I didn't expect, which I appreciate now looking back. So he says, I probably can level you up at this game. I have a tournament. I'm running a tournament in the next couple weeks. He hands me a flyer. It has Marvel 2, Street Fighter 4, Smash Brothers. Uh, and so he's like, yeah, come to this tournament, and, you'll see a whole bunch of other people, and we'll hopefully get you better. So I go, and sure enough, I meet so many more people with similar interests to myself, and it's absolutely mind-blowing because outside of that one guy who I played, I didn't know anybody else who played fighting games. And I think that that's my favorite part about the arcade experience. It's not about the games. It's about the people that you meet and the people and the ideas that you experience. And it's unfortunate that arcades are going the way of the dodo because I want so many more people to have the same experience that I did. I mean, yeah, the games are great. The games are fun. But unless you don't have people to play games with, unless you don't have an avenue to really learn from other people, you're not going to have as much fun with the game as you can. And I just wish that I and the rest of the world and I can get back to that mentality that dominated the arcade scene back in the 80s and 90s. So, without much more being said, thanks to Capcom Unity for holding this contest because it's something that I've been wanting to say for a very long time. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.